Okay, next question for AntSimMock. Let's look at question 12. First glance, you think, brilliant, we've just got to pretty much print out a concatenated string. Then when you have a little look at it, you go, oh heck, I need to get a bit of information from the ants as well. Oh, I need to make sure that this will work for all nests and not just the nest that's physically placed in one place. Okay, so I need to loop through the nest. Let's have a little think of the solution. Thankfully, like most questions, you get told a little bit more about exactly what they want. So we're going to need to create a new method, and we're going to call that @AdvancedStage. So let's pretend, oh, I've got any clue what to do with this. Create the function in simulation, call it AdvancedStage. You've probably got a couple of marks. If that function returns a string, then who knows, you might even get 3. Probably not, but let's have a little look how we actually solve this. So let's create that function, loop through the nests. Getting the food levels trivial because that's built in already. Then we need to count the ants that belong to that nest. Now there's already another method that does this somewhere but doesn't quite do it how we want to. So the ants, as you'll see in a minute, have fealty to a nest by its row and column, not by an ID. So we're going to have to do it that way. It's fine. Only workaround. We need to do workarounds, I think it said. And then we're going to count how many of them have got food and then add up the food that they've got. And then afterwards we'll kind of print it all out, which is fine. Right, here's the solution. So we've created the on laser. No, I'm not on laser. Oh, we've created the function. Brilliant. We're then looping through the nests, which is great. Bit of initialization of variables. Loop through the ants. This is what tells us that an ant belongs to a particular nest. Obviously, we're in a particular nest, which we've called N, and we're working with a particular ant, which we've called A. So if A row and column equals nest row and column, if A nest row equals nest row, oh my goodness, you get the idea. That row, that's how you tell if which nest an ant belongs to. And we've also decided to stick, we could have put this as a separate if and nested them, but we've got the type of ant being a worker. So here we're going to, this is the little variable we've got that's going to tally our workers. This is the one that will tally the total amount of food carried. Now we could have done this beforehand actually and done it in here, but it doesn't really matter because if food carried equals 0, it doesn't make a difference. This little block of code just says if an ant is carrying food, add 1 to the number of carrying, and then here's our little concatenated string. And you could have done this about 10 different ways. So hopefully that all makes sense. And then the last little thing is to add it to the bottom of advanced stage. Give me a sec. Add it to the bottom of advanced stage, which is there. None of that is particularly hard, but it is quite exacting and quite fiddly to do in the time available. In terms of complexity of question, I think it's not a bad question 12 actually. I quite like it. It involves you making use of lots of OOP methods that are already built in, creating a new method yourself, and doing a lot of good honest programming as well.